Hello everyone, welcome to another custom animation video. So I learnt my lesson on the last video, which was over an hour long, I believe. Uh, Apologies for that. So what I thought I would do for this video is to keep it a lot shorter. Only show you the bits that I think you would need to follow step by step, such as using the curves feature. Everything else will be sort of a quick show or a quick tell you how to do it, and then going into and showing you the final step on how it would look like. Um, so today we are doing the season 1 and season 3 season reward decals. What you see on screen is the season 3 free to play rewards. As a bonus, I will show you the MG-88 animated decal as well, as I recently released a few esports decals of those. So this is the season 1 or S1 free to play Supersonic Legend season reward. This process for this decal and the season 3 decal will be the same. How can I explain this? So we're working on the Supersonic Legend. It'll be the same process if you use bronze, silver, plat, diamond, whatever. It'll be the same process. All you will need to find out is the skin ID of that decal you're working on. And the same will go for the season 3 decal when we do that. We'll be working on the Supersonic Legend, but the same process for bronze, silver, blah, blah, blah. So the first thing we'll need to do is turn on dev mode in Alpha Console. Again, from last video, if you can't remember, dev mode is... Where's dev mode? Dev mode is here. So open up the backers console using F6 and AC plugin underscore texture developer underscore enable space 1. That turns on dev mode and you get all this green text and these extra boxes down here. So the only for season 1, all we need is a tier shimmer map, which looks like this. All the rest we don't need. So tier shimmer map is the only parameter, and you can rip this using your whatever method you want. I'm using Ninja Ripper. If you want to know how to set it up and get it working, you can go back to my previous video. Link to that will be down in the description. So here is the season 1 Supersonic Legend decal. As you can see from the start, we've just got a bunch of SSL icons and a transparent background, which, as we said last time, if it's transparency, there's something you need to look at. So we have our layer or decal selected. So we go colors, curves, value to alpha, and invert. And there is the decal. So this is what we're going to be replicating. So we're going to have all of our sort of main decals in red. The animation which goes through the car is this green sort of, I don't know, what is it, triangle? Or don't suppose it's a triangle because the top's cut off, so a V. And then the blue is just like the sideways shimmer effect. So first things first is we need to choose. Oh, this is season 3. We'll come on to that later. We need to choose a logo for this one. Let's do Alpha Console. let's do Alpha Console. Oh, piss off. There we go. So as I said, the main logos on the car, which you see here, these big ones all around, these are done in red. And another thing you should note is that you can see but it's cut off at the sides and at the top. This is because this repeats. So the reason it's cut here is it matches identically. So if you was to take this image and put it above, it will match, the decals will match perfectly. The same if you were to take it and put it on the side. This is literally cut in half. So it always repeats. So with that being said, let's get into making the decal. So first we'll change this logo to red and we'll place it around. Okay, so real quick, what I've done is I've got the Alpha Console logos. I've only got 3, just for the purpose of this tutorial. So they're all red. I've put them all in a own group so it's easier to manage. And I've also made this background layer, which has a sort of a blur effect. If I was to remove the logos, that's what it would look like, a bit of a blur. But that's really it, nothing too much. So we can collapse that. Next we will go on to making this V. And what I've just done now is I've put a little Gaussian blur on it. So I've duplicated the layer and just put a blur filter on. So this is with it off. These straight lines, and then with the blur, a little bit of a faded outline. So next we are going to come on to the blue, which are these bits here. Again, we're just going to free select them out, fill it in, give it a little bit of a blur, and then we can set everything ready for importing into the game. Okay, so we've just done the blue layer. We've done exactly the same. We've masked out the blue bits on the decal. I duplicated the layer, expanded the selection of it a little bit, and then added a sort of a blurriness to it. So now we have all 3 parts ready to go. We just need to layer them and adjust their transparency. As I said in the last video, these transparent parts that overlap your decal will actually interfere with it, even though it doesn't interfere in the original one in the game. This will happen to your decals. So now that we have everything set, we're going to adjust the transparency of the individual layers, or the groups I should say, so the blue, green and red. So the blue and green will drop down to 0.5. And the red we'll drop it down a little bit. You don't have to drop it down, but we will just a little bit. So export. I'm going to save this as Season 1 or S1. Want to replace it. Again, make sure when you save, you have this transparent pixels selected, and export. And I've pre-built the JSON here. So what we want is skin ID is 5432, body ID is 0, so this will be a universal decal, and we're using the tier shimmer map. Oh my god, parameter, and I have this set to my decal. So I'm going to come in and reload. And if we now equip it, animated, season rewards, you can see the logo that we made, along with all the other parts. You can see, as I said, the blue and green does affect, it does show, as you can see here, these bars. What we can do is we can turn them off. So let's turn off the blue so that won't be shown at all. And refresh. It's slightly smoother, there's no sort of jagged edge that came across. This one here was the green, so let's turn the green off. You can see it loses that effect, that sort of nice effect it has. The blue and green do control animations and visual effects, but they do, as I said, they do interfere with the decal itself. So it's up to you. Excuse me. It's up to you what you like. So if we turn blue back on. And refresh. There it is. So pick and choose what you like, and you can go from there. Now, as you can see on the standard decal, you have all these little pop-up SSL logos all over the car. That is done by the original. Damn it, I don't have it. So what I've done is I have painted the Alpha console logo on a new layer. Just painted random places. Doesn't matter where it goes. Random places, and I've coloured it white. White works fine. You can use white. So what I'm going to do now is turn on the layers again, but this time we want everything hidden. So red, we can drop that down to 0.5. Green should still be set. It is at 0.5, and same as blue, 0.5. So they're all pretty much hidden with transparency, and this white layer that we just painted is what's shown. So if we now export that, and we go to animated season rewards, and as you can see, now we have all the little bits of the logos around the car. And to make it a bit more clearer, let's get rid of green and blue. And refresh. You can see how the colors affect the decal. So there you have it. That is season 1, or S1, the free-to-play SSL season reward decal. So now we're coming on to the season 3 season rewards. Again, SSL, same process that we do here will apply for whatever rank you choose: bronze, gold, diamond, whatever. So this works very similar to S1, but there are a few other bits that we need. So looking at the parameters, we need the normal map. This is the bump effect that you see on the car. I don't know if there's going to be a good angle, but as this shimmer goes across the car, you can sort of see it disappear on one side at a time. This is the bump effect, which is caused by this normal map. The tier shimmer looks exactly the same. And RGB. Effects master, we don't need effects, don't need any of this. So just normal map, the tier shimmer map, and RGB. Again, I'm going to use Ninja Ripper to extract all of these. So Control Shift F9, screen freezes, blah blah blah. Okay, so we've ripped our Season 3 SSL decal. Again, exactly the same. A bunch of SSL icons and transparent backgrounds. So we'll go colors, curves, belly to alpha, and invert. And we're met with pretty much the same thing again. So you would follow the same process you do for the previous decal. And in the sake of being lazy, that's what we'll do here. I like being lazy. So what we'll do is we will use our original decal. Boom, boom, and we'll leave off the green. So we'll use this as our main image in this season 3 decal. However, where am I? This one. There we go. This is the other texture that we need to edit. Again, just plain green with a transparent background. So we'll select this, colors, curves, alpha, and invert. And we've got a bunch more shit. This is going to look very confusing. And what's going to be even more confusing is we're not using all of this. What I've done in the past to when this decal first came out, I actually edited it a bunch. And yes, so if we upload image decal, which one's this? This background decal that we need. So this is the green bit that we've just shown. As we scroll down, I've put some text here. And if I show this opacity, it just says baller. This was for Tryhouse, I believe. But this position in this sort of triangle, this is pretty much the whole car with what we're working on. I don't know the rest of this. I don't know. But yeah, this is the only part we will need. So to edit this, what I would say is you can do a select all, and for the first layer select green. However, this is a bit, I don't know, it's not that great quality. So if I make a new layer and choose green, do I have green set? No. So green, bucket fill. And you can see it's not perfect, so you can go hand tool and do free select on all the lines if you want. For the sake of this tutorial, we're not going to do that. We've got our green selected. What we can do is select this blue layer now. So make a new layer. Select the blue. Whoops. Select the blue. And now I want blue. Going to bucket fill that. This is what we've got. And for the sake of it, we're going to do the red as well up here. Select red like that. Cool. So we've got the majority of what we're working on. Now the red for now can be set down 0.5. We don't need that. The blue we do. Actually, for the moment, we'll set this as a standard decal. We won't edit this too much yet. So this is the steps that you will need to take if you want to edit this. Have everything on its own layer, so it's easy for you guys to manage. They're done, and we shall save this. So this is, what is the actual name of this? Normal? Not normal, RGB. This is the RGB. So S1 RGB. Export. Save. Cool. So let's go to the JSON file quickly. what we need to do is get the ID of this one, which is 5459. So 5459. Tier shimmer map. We'll, again, as I said, we'll use the same one from our season 1. The one we just done, as it is exactly the same, we'll use the same decal. Normal map. This is this one. This we're not going to be editing. We're going to leave this exactly the same. So I've just moved the decal into the folder. So we shall now, what is this, 63. So copy into here. 063.png. Let me just double check. Underscore 0063. That looked a bit weird. Okay. And RGB will do exactly the same. Slash season 1 RGB is here. So let's save that. F6 AC plugin. Let's go reload decals. Season rewards. And there's the other console. What we will do is come back into here, this one. And I'll turn off the whites for now. And save this as season 1. Replace. Just because I don't want all of that white stuff all over the place, so it's easier to see. There we go. So what we've got is the logos now. The logos are working. You can see this sort of effect that it still has on the car. We do have a layer turned off, remember, which is the green layer we have turned off. Just so I don't get confused. Okay, that's fine. Cool. So we have a few different options here now. Now that we've got the decal itself working, we can work on this RGB layer. What this RGB controls is these blackout bits. And there's 2 different colors to use here. One color allows the black to see the decals like you see on the side. The other color acts as this this bits all over the car, which do not allow the decal to be shown, or the logos to be shown, I should say. So if we come into here, actually, you know what? Let's work on it in our own one. So let me increase this blue opacity and let's zoom in. So on the green, or on this green decal, you have 2 extra colors. You have the red and blue. So let's do a quick test. Let's do red text, red, and let's do another one, blue. And obviously we need to change this to blue. Cool. Let's do that. So now let's drop the opacity down of everything. So our blue layer, was 0.5, red layer 0.5, and our blue bit here 0.5. And we shall export this. Season 1 RGB, replace. Export and refresh. You see, now we've got red and blue, and as you can see, the red allows these logos to come through, but the blue does not. And that is it. It's that simple. It's a bit annoying that it's on different layers. However, what is good about it is you have more control over this. Rather than having everything dumped on one single image, you can now go through and you have your logos and animations set up how you want on one decal, and your basic overall car effect or car look on a second. So in terms of placement, if you want to do things for text, it's not going to be great. There is no one method of doing this, purely because if you design something, let's say we place this, we go back into our image editor and we place our text for the Octane. Like, I want this blue, I want blue down here, so it's fully visible. If you was to go to a different car, blue would be visible completely. Remember, this would be down further, but then the red's fucked. So if you're making this for all for all cars, this is something you're going to have to keep in mind. Again, as we just go through, you can sort of see how it affects or how it looks on different cars. Here, the red's almost completely gone. So while Universal is great for things like text placements, logo placements, if you're going to do any like this, it's going to be a bit annoying. And here red's just gone completely. So as a bonus, we're going to come on to the MG-88. As I said, this is recently done an esports pack for the Octane and the Dominus. Those are on my Twitter if you actually care. Link to that is down in the description. This is very simple to do. You won't be touching the actual animation of it. You're simply overriding it's not the diffuse, but you're overriding the decal. So if we open up Alpha Console and flick through, Decal 1 is the parameter that you're going to be using. And here we are set up with the Octane diffuse and a new layer. And the color you want to paint is white. I think I fucked up there. So we're painting with white. But that's it. That's all you need to do. So let's do a quick example. Let's put an X on top. A weird smiley face. 9. Nice. That's it. So we don't really need anything else. If you would like, you can add a black background. Hide the diffuse. Export. Where are we going? Decals. Animated. MG-88. So for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to save it as Octane 2. Whenever this responds. And in the same JSON file, I have MG-88. Where's my Octane? Octane. Let's just copy this. Come down the bottom. Put a new instance of it. So this one will be Octane test. and what have we called this? I can't remember already. Octane 2. .png, save, reload decals, F5, and MG-88 test. There it is, 69 with an X and a smile. And that goes the same for the Dominus and whatever the new car is that has it. You're using the Decal 1 parameter. Let me show you in the JSON file itself. So all you're using, body ID 23 for the octane, skin ID 1522. For the Dominus, 403 is body and skin 7058. You're painting with white, and you're using the Decal 1 parameter, and all of this is changeable in the garage. But that's it for this video. I hope that this was a lot better in terms of time for you guys. Currently, as of recording, I'm not sure how long it's going to be, but it's damn well less than an hour. Let me know if this is okay with you guys. I'll do a few more like this, just showing the basics of what you would need to do to get it working. As I mentioned, if you want any of these MG-88, as well as the new Mustang that came out, the Mach-E. I have a bunch of decals, esports decals for that on my Twitter. Again, link is down in the description if you want it. But thank you so much for watching. I don't know what decals we'll do in the next video. I'll have to have a look through my files, see what we've got already. But thank you so much, and I shall see you later. Peace out.